Alright, today we're going to talk about the most overlooked aspect affecting business and the thing that creates results that nobody seems to be talking about. Because you've probably been in this situation. You can ask all the right questions. Is the deal worth our time? Do they have what it takes? But still not see something coming. You can do all the right analysis and due diligence, but still take a big hit or have to put out fires. You can train your team for resilience, performance, harmony, and good decisions. But people seem to be stuck in their old ways. So what is it we're not looking at? How can we better identify the unknown unknowns? Instead of looking on the surface, what we can see and analyze, we need to realize that business is made of people, every aspect. And it's how people behave, act, and how they make decisions that really makes or breaks results. We must look at the root of human behavior to understand the root of business success. And that lies in the neuroscience of the mind. You see, the mind has two parts. We have our conscious mind, which is logic, reason, analysis, and the subconscious mind, under our conscious awareness, full of experiences, memories, beliefs, etc. And even though we live in a business world that worships the conscious mind, logic, reason, intellect, the conscious mind only controls 5% of human behavior. And 95% of a person's actions and behaviors are driven by the subconscious mind. This comes from the book The Naked Brain, but the 95% is a common number. And the subconscious mind is coded like a computer program. This coding comes from past experiences and memories, many from childhood, beliefs we have created, stress that is unresolved, which results in an imbalanced brain, and the beliefs we absorb from our parents, our society, our culture. And the subconscious mind is a powerhouse, man. It can process thousands of events at a time and 40 million bits of information per second, where the conscious mind can only handle a few events and 40 bits of information per second. This means that the subconscious mind is 1 million times more powerful than the conscious mind, which is why it controls 95% of our day. In a world where time management and efficiency is key, it's fascinating we don't discuss this. So how does it work? Well, your subconscious can be recoded for a belief or have stress that is unresolved. That will create a default autopilot behavior, action, or decision, which then creates a habitual replay of the same belief or stress. It's a cycle, it's a loop. And there's no difference between business and personal. The brain can't separate itself when it walks into a business meeting. If an experience as a child created a belief that, quote, I don't get the respect I deserve, that lack of respect can still show up with a boss, colleague, or business partner. So if the program or belief is limiting, negative, or not aligned with the desired outcome, then 95% of the day can be autopilot to match that limiting belief. And everyone has subconscious beliefs. It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire, executive, manager, creative. It's not to make anyone wrong because we're not aware of what our subconscious believes. It's only information used to empower change. Now, the concept of the subconscious mind has been around for a very long time, was popularized by Freud, and is a cornerstone of both neuroscience and psychology. But it isn't until recently it started receiving attention for its imperative role in business. This is Forbes, Financial Times, etc., discussing how subconscious forces control our actions, its role in market behavior, consumer decisions. There's the 95%. And we're probably used to saying, oh, maybe I have unconscious bias or made a decision subconsciously, but it's time we really take a look at how it plays out in business. So how does it affect business? Let's unpack it a little bit. People have tons of beliefs they're not even aware of. Maybe big deals are harder and take longer to close than small deals. We never have enough cash flow. The project is always delayed. No matter what I do, it's never enough. These beliefs create the external experience in job, business, projects, etc. And stress is very important because unresolved stress creates an imbalanced brain and then recreates the same stress. You could have lingering stress from a past job or boss. We're all dealing with massive stress from the pandemic. Maybe there was a similar experience that didn't go well. You started a business and you got betrayed. You fundraised, but the company flopped. You have to resolve the stress and rebalance your brain so you can have a new experience. You could also look at business scenarios. Why have sales flatlined? Look at the surface, but the real reason might be due to a subconscious belief of the CEO that limited results and he wasn't even aware. Or you may look at a company to invest as part of your portfolio. Everything looks great on the surface, but again, there could be a subconscious belief that when acted upon was detrimental and cost the company millions. Or maybe you find yourself saying, not again, why does this keep happening? In addition to the externalities, you have to look at the subconscious coding of people involved because that's a huge part of the pattern. But the great news is the subconscious can be recoded. You just need the right neuroscientific process. We at Recode work with a simple and verifiable process that can recode the subconscious. A method that has over 20 years of neuroscientific development, and one that is written about, recommended by, and used by Bruce Lipton himself, the author of The Biology of Belief, because of its, quote, ability to change a subconscious program you've had your entire life in a matter of minutes. So now, 95% of your day can be defaulted to align with the results you want instead of being hijacked by inefficient coding. Now you take control no matter what happened in the past. So we use the most effective recoding process, one that can identify what the subconscious actually believes, because it's usually different than what we consciously think it does. If stress is still lingering, recode the belief, transform the stress, and verify that the old belief is gone while putting a positive one in its place. Verification, of course, is key because if we're going to spend time, money, and energy on something, we want to make sure the change has occurred. Which is why when looking at recoding, you want to make sure the process affects the subconscious. Therapy and executive coaching, for example, although can have great benefits, works at the conscious level. It's conscious awareness of patterns, talking. It doesn't go underneath to change the code. Another common tool is positive thinking, which is great, but it takes willpower from the conscious mind, which is very hard to do because it's only 5%. So now, since we can recode, imagine your job or business with the coding that defaults the results you want. Fundraising, teamwork, confidence, revenue, whatever. You can choose. More specifically, you can recode for aspects of your business related to closing sales quickly, managing teams with ease, projects completing on time, trusting your team. We always have more cash flow than we need. Clients pay on time, and it's easy for customers to see our value proposition. And now you can finally take control of that pattern and change it so you don't have to keep banging your head against the wall. You see, the outdated business performance model doesn't pay attention to subconscious reprogramming, has disjointed returns, surprises, and breakdowns. But the new paradigm business model of performance addresses the subconscious programming of teams and executives, will then have outcomes that match what they want, and additional benefits to the collective and the community. So it's your choice. Stick to what's on the surface or change the program using advancements in neuroscience to get the results you want. Contact me to book a recode session today.